Guys out there in YouTube land, yes, it's me, Dualranger, coming from another location within Castle DR. I was watching my videos. I was going through all the updated videos, looking through what people have done, and I came across an interesting one that kind of prompted me to do this in the midst of all the other videos I'm doing from Tommy from the Bronx, basically called Racism or Superstition. Now, cut long story short, goes into a pet shop. There's all these signs saying no black animals. He goes up to the guy at the desk. He says, why doesn't the guy owner have any black animals? The owner says because he doesn't like black animals. He asked the guy, you know, what pet he has. He said he has a black Labrador, which makes Tommy feel that this person, in his opinion, is racist. Now, despite the fact I can see how he came to that conclusion, there's different points that need to be addressed, for my opinion. One, racism. We've got to define racism. For me, racism is a human-to-human trait. So defining racism with animals is slightly different. So maybe that's not what the point he's getting at. Two, I have to look and see how I would behave, because obviously Tommy's coming from certain from his experience and his life experience, which is fine, but he has to understand that he has to be aware that it is his life experience in this shop. So me going into that shop, I would just think the guy might be superstitious, as Tommy reckons, the black cat theory. Two, so that's, and hopefully I'll address this as we go on. Well, three, the third point is that does this guy essentially, is his feelings towards blackness driven out towards everything? Now, the fact he has a black lab might suggest that he's not actually, this is not kind of a black animal thing in his life, so maybe it's just his shop, and maybe he does. Considering we do have black animals superstitions, it might be just that, and I'm led to believe that it probably is just that, and I'll explain why. One, if we translated this phobia for red animals or pink animals, would we be saying the same thing? So is it really the black? Is it really the word black? Is it the semantics and the feelings we get when we see people saying we don't want black things around? And I think that is pretty much the key. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about individuals' feelings about a word. So I don't necessarily, without further evidence, I can't say that this person is racist. And as as we've been seeing with recent events, there's been a lot of people seeing a limited picture of something and defining it by their own experiences and saying, what do I see in this? And we do all the time, and we make judgments all the time about things. We make judgments all the time about, so I'm not debating the rights or wrongs of making those judgments. It's just we have to be aware that we're using our experience to judge that, and it might not necessarily be true. So I'm one of those people that I would suggest, and I would suggest to most people, that this is a situation that we have to look at innocent until proven guilty. Otherwise, we'll be looking at anyone who puts around, I don't like, blue things as a racist and defining it that way. Because really, it does come down to just that word black, and whether or not him not liking black things and not selling black things. Because we've also got to look at something else. This person wasn't saying, I'm not selling to black people, which is still where I would define racism in the terms I would define it in. Or Tommy raised another point that he didn't see any black people or Chinese people working in it. I mean, also we've got to really think about the racism as we look at it. And it's not just a purely, I know this situation, he's black, but it's not, if he had no yellow animals, would we instantly say that he's defining yellow as the term used for people from the Asian continent, Mongolians, Chinese, Japanese, to name but a few? Are we defining those as yellow, and then are we saying that then he doesn't like people from then, so is he racist in that term? I mean, if he said he had no pink animals, would we instantly think, or no white animals, would we instantly think that this person was a racist. I mean, and also we don't actually know the entity that is the owner. I mean, would we look at it differently if the owner was a black person, for example? Are we assuming that the owner is from one ethnicity or another? So those are the questions I kind of pose. So for me, I would say superstition without further evidence. Thank you for watching. This is Dualranger saying peace out and have a safe journey wherever you're heading.